So to
to cut.
to pick up the things, we can. I mean, they'll be using the robot arm. Uh, that's it lah, for from my understanding for the
So what
system.
you are saying, like the process will go to the milling station, lathe, then the vision sensor. So it's like in the clockwise way, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So we go to the next one. So this part, two, can you explain these two? How does it actually works in terms of its diagram?
Okay, so for this, sorry, so for this is how to run. So is a first is for the ASRS for station. So this
ASRS means what? Two?
ASRS made
It's an automatic
for the
storage and retrieval system actually. The it's
What the man? Automated?
an automated
oh,
storage and retrieval system. It like
Okay.
when we send the item and then it will retrieve the item again. So it's just a
Storage and retrieval. Okay, okay.
ASRS,
Continue to.
just a short form. Okay, carrying
Continue
to.
so
to.
so for after that, so for the second he will go through by the CNC for the mirroring for the station. So the after that the test the third step, so he will going for the CNC for the for this part for CNC later station. So the after that he will going for the vision for the sensor station for the ID4. So the last station, if you're going for as we can see for the this PDF for the in the red box for the this one is a last station.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. I got it. I got it.
So they
So it's working principle. Anyone have any question on this?
So far,
oh no.
no.
Okay. Tamil, can you explain the process flowchart?
Yeah, can. Okay, as we can see from the lab report and the flowchart, when we start, it's like using the ARS load. The ARS system will load the jig into the conveyor, and then followed by the robot will place the raw part in the milling machine. So when the load is in the jig machine, jig into the conveyor, and then the robot will place the part of the load into the milling machine. So after that,
Tamil. So which means this is the five parts is the jig.
which one? Which one?
The parts on the tray, right?
Yeah,
One,
yeah,
two,
it's a
three. So
jig.
this is a jig.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
That's the jig.
Continue.
Okay, so when the milling machine start their part in the machine part, the robot will pick the machine part placed into the conveyor's arrival jig. So after the milling machine done its part, the robot will pick the machine part and put in the conveyor arrival jig. Actually, we have many jigs here. So first one is the starting jig, and the second one is the arrival jig. So the robot after the robot placed the raw part in the lathe machine, the lathe machine start to machine part, and then the lathe machine will do its part, and then the robot will pick again the part from the lathe machine and it will put into the arrival jig again. So the what's the function of mission sensor? It is to inspect the product. It's okay or not. So it will give the judgment. So if the product is okay, means it will move to the next work. If not means it will repeat the process again. So after the vision sensor confirm the judgment of the product, so this product will go to the ASRS storage box. So this is how the machine how the process of this system is work FMS caller system is working. So
Oh,
Machine sensor will be working as a quality controller over here.
yes, yes. As we do before the ladder diagram part by part, as everyone do part by part. So we already combine all the part into one ladder diagram. So later on we will see the full diagram of the circuit.
just a moment.
Yeah. Okay. This one
Okay,
is the.
so this is the ladder diagram. So everyone has contributed. Just now we have separated the operation. Like two did the late machine part, and Mano did the milling machine part. So we have combined everything. So now I'm just going to explain the how roughly it works and things, and we have a label on the thing. Okay, so this is the start push button. We have did the stop push button as well, and this is the start memory over here, and this is the conveyor how it works actually. So anyone
Okay.
have any questions with this?
Okay. I would like to ask why the start memory didn't use in the output itself.
You mean why we are using the start memory, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, like start using start memory. Why did we didn't use the as output is because it's no need to be a mechanical part actually. Yeah, with the usage of a PLC, which there we can use memory as output instead of using a real relay. We are using a memory, so save cost. That's one of the big reason why people are actually using on PLC system actually.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Understand.
Okay. Then we have multiple stoppers in between the stations. So this is the ID1, PX1. Anyone have any questions on this?
So for me lah, because why we need to using for above for the stopper?
Stopper. Just now when we are doing our discussions, at the flow chart also as Tamal has mentioned, we realized that it will stop and pick and place. For robot to pick and place, the conveyor has to be stopped at a moment. Then only the pick and place process can be done. So Manu has suggested to actually use stopper in between stations. So that's why we have added a stopper. So the stopper later when we are running the system, we can see how it actually works in terms of it.
Yes,
You got
yes.
it? So and then this is then we have entered the first stage sensor. This is the ASRS thing, and this is the delivering operations. Then we have did the process for the milling station, lathe, like that. Anyone have any questions on this?
Why third room as milling machine and milling machine normally close too?
Milling
Yeah.
machine.
Uh,
This one.
Yeah.
so
Why?
for because this is it was like in the law and add for safety if you for for just now the Daniel for the ask for one.
Oh,
So uh
it's for safety, like.
it's for safety. It's just for like in the law for add by for the safety one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, what to say is right because once the ASRS delivering operation is done, when it goes to the milling station, we want the system to the ASRS delivery system to be shut down. We don't want it to be interrupted with the system. That's why.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Okay, so I'll just start to we just start to run. Okay, at this okay, we can see okay we are pushing this start button, so we are pressing and releasing it back. So we
The
can see
start
the
button.
start memory.
Start button is
Yes,
to start on the overall system, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the start memory is on. So once the start memory is a condition for the conveyor to on. So now the conveyor is running. So
Okay.
once ID1, which means the ID1 and PX1, which is the sensors of the RFID sensors and the inductive proximity sensor, we have added a memory as a confirmation that both sensors are actually detected.
Okay.
So at here, you can realize the ASR's delivering process is actually going on, and we have stopper one. So this stopper actually stop the conveyor.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
The conveyor. So once the process is done at the delivering process is done, there must be a signal that gives a confirmation that the process is done. So this is the signal.
Okay.
Okay. So once they get
Signal
the
is
signal,
using
so
the
you can see
sensor, right?
yes.
Signal is using the ASRS sensor.
Yes, yeah, as a single. It can be a sensor, or maybe there can be an operator just actually giving a signal to their place. But usually in an automated place, they'll be using sensors,
Okay.
depending on the work area actually. So when we are looking at the diagram, we can see it's like a small place only. So we can assume it to be a sensor as well for the signal. So the conveyor is start to move, and then it goes to the second ID2 and PX2, which we have already seen in this place, ID2 and PX2.
PX2.
Okay, so it has been triggered. That's been taken. So at this point, the milling machines already started its work. So this is where the robot pick and place. So we're just making it like in one output. The robot pick and picking and placing, and also the milling machine process started to make it look more. It will like summarizing it, the pick and
More
place and the.
concise. Yeah.
So you see, just now Mano said gave the idea of having a stopper. So the stopper actually functioning to stop the conveyor. So the
Yeah.
pick and place are getting okay. So as already mentioned as well, once the milling machine done its process, it has to be give a signal. So this is the signal. So once the signal is done, the conveyor starts to run back, and it goes to the ID3. These sensors. So after this, these sensors won't work as well because the conveyor already start to move, so it's not detecting anything. So we can switch off, no problem. So ID3 and PX3, the where's the lathe mission is actually going on. So we can see the stopper 3. And it continues, it gives the signal back, and then this, this, okay, and then it goes. And after the sensor, okay, it gets a signal. Okay, PX5, which is the last station. Okay, here we can see I have used two counters. Just now, Tamil asked one good question. There might be a reason why they are using this one. Okay, you can see there are 5 jigs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jigs on 4 trays,
Yeah.
4 rows. So we used a counter. This one to count the jig on 5. This one is the tray counter. So we can see.
So it will count one by one, right?
Yeah, see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it has reduced to 1. So it's actually counting. It has reduced one by one. So that's why it's actually working. So once all the tray actually, so every 5, it will count 1. Once everything done, the whole process will stop. The
Okay.
whole process will stop. So we just want it to be work like that. So that's how it works roughly in terms of its diagram, the flow chart, uh, and also
Ladder diagram.
the ladder diagram. Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
do you anyone have any questions on this?
Uh, I'm okay with this ladder diagram.
Because just now we already discussed. Everyone has contributed idea
Yeah.
to build this diagram.
Since we con since we all do single part by part, so it's easy for compile, right?
Yes, yes. That's how we have compiled really. It was very easy to actually do the compilation because I just copy and paste on this video.
Yeah. Okay. So we have to do the lab report submission. Manu, can you do the lab report?
Yeah. Sure. I can.
Yeah. Okay, can. So later on, I will upload the recording also. So you done the lab report, you share in the group.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Okay, I will
Thank you.
send the file in a while to the group.
Yeah. Okay. You send the compiled file, the completed one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one.
Okay. So I think that's all for now. So you got any questions?
So far, no. How about others?
So far, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be
Okay.
okay.
So
We can have the discussion.
Yeah.
okay, can.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys. Yeah.
Okay, bye.